Hello guys, this is from Mrs. Abby and welcome to part 3 of the series called How to Start Your Pothos Plant Collection. In part 3, I will share with you things you need to do to get started with your pothos collection. So here's what you do first. Learn these important facts about all pothos. But before I give you those facts, would you please subscribe and hit the notification bell? One of the facts you need to know about all pothos is they enjoy medium light more than any other light. So make sure that you place your pothos in medium light. 2, they are poisonous, and because of that, you want to keep them away from your children and your pets. Now, as far as humans are concerned, they are poisonous to us, but you just do not want to handle the plants and touching all the leaves and then place your hands in your mouth. So the best thing for you to do is wash your hands immediately after you handle the plants. I handle them all the time. I use my hands. I'm not afraid to handle any of my pothos plants. Thirdly, they will sweat and will drip water early mornings. Yes, pothos will let you know that they are getting too much water, and they let you know by being very moist early in the morning time. And if you notice your leaves on some of your pothos, they'll have these little small droplets falling on your tables and on your floor. So you want to be aware of that. So the best way to prevent that is not to overwater the pothos plants. 4, the low lights that you place your pothos near is going to cause your leaves of your pothos to revert back to a solid green. You won't have the beautiful variegated leaves that makes them so beautiful. So again, place them in medium light areas, although they will tolerate low light. 5th, don't get confused when you hear me pronounce these plants as pothos. There are many people that pronounce them as pothos, and it's okay with me. So whether you hear the word pothos or pothos, we're talking about the same plant. Then you need to learn the identity of the pothos plants. There are several varieties of pothos. Pearls and Jade pothos. Very pretty plant. Beautiful variegated leaves. Silver satin pothos plant. The leaves are gorgeous on it as well. Look at all the variegations in the leaves. They are stunning. Marble queen pothos plant. It is a very beautiful variegated pothos plant. Look at those beautiful leaves. And the beautiful golden pothos plant, the plant that purifies the air quality in your home. And the neon pothos plant. It is a very pretty plant, and a lot of people confuse this plant here with the lemon lime philodendron, but it is not. It is a neon pothos plant. Once you've learned the identity of each pothos plant, it's time to go shopping. But before you go shopping, you will need some items for your plants. You will need a watering can, a saucer, a magnifying glass or magnifier, some shears or scissors, a journal or a diary or a notebook, and a plant stand or a table to hold the plants. Once you get to a garden center or a nursery, look at all the plants until you find the pothos plant you want to buy. You now can select the pothos plant that you want and put it in the shopping cart. That's a neon pothos. If you want another pothos, just continue to look through the plants until you find all the pothos plants you want to buy. That's a golden pothos, but the plant doesn't look too good, so you don't want to pick that one. So you select another one. You examine it to see whether you want to buy it or not. If you think you want to buy it, place it in your shopping cart. Continue to look to see if there's another pothos plant you want to buy. Once you have selected the pothos plant you want, then it's time to examine them. Take them to another part of the store to examine them, especially if you have a lot of fungus gnats that's flying around the house plants. Here's what you should examine: the leaves, you want to make sure the leaves are very healthy. Use your magnifying glasses if you brought them with you. Continue to examine the leaves. You're trying to make sure that the plant is free from pests and disease. You want to examine the soil, making sure there are no fungus gnats in the soil. You also want to examine the pot, making sure there are no fungus gnats crawling on the pots. You do not want to take a plant home with you that's already infested with fungus gnats. Examine all the plants that you are thinking about buying the same way. Check the pot, make sure there are no fungus gnats crawling. Examine the leaves for pests and diseases, and check the soil. Make sure there are no fungus gnats in the soil. Both plants looks very healthy. Once you get your pothos plants home, you want to examine them again. So you want to place them on top of your countertop or on a desk or something like that. Now you can also see how beautiful they are versus when you had them at the store. So you want to go ahead and do a thorough examination of them. And it doesn't matter how long it takes, because you're trying to make sure that these two plants that you have selected is free from pests and diseases. These plants are going to be staying in your home, and you don't want any critters flying around in your home or crawling around in the soil of your plant. So go ahead and do a thorough examination. It doesn't matter how long it takes, just do it. You might want to use the magnifying glass if you are not able to see as good as you want to see. I always use a magnifying glass when I get my plants home so I can see down in the soil. Do both plants that way. Then you want to take the plants out of its pot so you can examine the roots. That's a very important step you don't want to miss. You want to see whether the pothos needs to be repotted or whether the roots already has root rot, or if there's anything wrong with the roots of the plant. You also want to check the pot that the plant is in and make sure that the drainage holes are where they're supposed to be. You do not want water sitting in the bottom of the pot. You want the proper amount of drainage holes in those pots. Now you want to take your plant stand or a table and you want to place it near a window, preferably a window that gets medium light, but it's okay if it only gets a small amount of light. But your pothos is going to thrive better in a medium light area. And you want to select some nice planters for your newly bought plants. Then you want to take your plants and you want to place them in the decorated planters and sit back and look how beautiful they are. Now it's time to open the blinds and let by the curtains so your plants, your beautiful newly bought pothos plants, can thrive with all that wonderful medium light that's going to be coming through that window. Or if you don't have an area with medium light, place it in a low light area. They will be fine there too. Last but not least, you want to take your journal and you want to open it, and in your journal you want to write down the date you purchased each pothos plant, and then beside the date you want to start documenting everything that you do to the plant Like if you watered the plant that day, put the date down there and that you water that plant. And so you want to document everything that you do to the plant so you can know how your plant is faring from time to time. Now it's time for you guys to subscribe, like, give it a thumbs up, and share this video if you liked it. Thanks for watching, you guys. See you in the next video. Bye.